This interview, I sat down with Jodie. Jodie's a energetic 21-year-old who had a lot to say and was all over the place, but I enjoyed it. Check out Jodie, guys.
Let me hide this food so I don't look like too much of a
I'm here. Would you say your name again now? Say it on camera.
I'm Jodie.
Jodie?
It's nice to meet you, Kylo.
Sure, I'm Kylo. I'm going to turn it around so we both can be in the spot, okay?
Okay.
All right, Jodie. Well, Jodie, I'm here with Jodie, and I'm doing an episode of Sit Talk, and I'm here with Jodie. Jodie works in this parking lot. He's a parking attendant, and I saw him coming by. He had a friendly look on his face, and I thought, this is somebody that probably doesn't mind sitting around and talking.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey,
yeah,
Jodie.
we're basically just killing time here until I get off of my shift, so it's always nice to have these kind of things come up.
So, Jodie, just like I said, this is your time. Other than some foul language, just sit here and you and I, we're going to discuss whatever it is you choose to discuss. We can talk about your mama, your daddy, and this job.
You know, other than them, what's funny is that I was just on my phone, like scrolling through because I had nothing else to do, and I was just looking at like those street interviews coming up and like talking to people.
Right.
And literally, right as I saw you walking down the street, I was just wondering, like, I wonder how people even get the confidence to like walk up to people and just interview them about whatever. Like, I can't do that.
So there are other channels that do what I do.
Yeah, if you go online, there's like a lot of, if you just like scroll around, especially in like short form content, you find a lot of videos of just people walk around in like the nightlife of certain cities.
Oh yeah,
and they'll just interview random people with like their microphones and stuff like that. They'll ask them random questions. It's kind of cool. You should definitely go check it out though. I don't really have
I gotta get some more
channel in mind,
equipment and stuff. This is hard to do with just this
No,
phone.
I mean, dude, everybody that does anything like content related, they all start off on like basically no equipment. Like, I have some friends that are in the music industry as like somewhat like high level producers. Like I know the guys at 808 Mafia.
Okay.
Pretty much all of them started off on nothing. Like, I know one of the guys, like 808 Jew, he's one of their main producers. He started off producing on a PlayStation 2 by using like the memory recording function, and he used to sample songs. Everybody that's good at anything having to do with like art or any of that kind of stuff, they all start off on nothing. So you're fine.
That's encouraging. I like hearing that.
Yeah, dude, the only people that think that you have to have like good equipment to like make content are people that haven't actually made content yet. Like, this is my second job. I have another job where I do like video editing for people. And it's like, I started out using like iMovie and like copying the techniques that I saw in like rappers' music videos and stuff like that. I'd be like, that's cool. And then I'd go through it frame by frame to figure out how to do it, and I'd hack it together in iMovie and stuff, and I'd get a cool transition. I'm like, that's fire, even though I was doing it the wrong way.
So where are you at on that now? I mean, are you still doing that, or how far have you gotten?
So my dad, he's in the film industry, so I help him out on projects every now and then, and I got friends that run YouTube channels, and I have like friends of friends that have like medium to like larger channels, and occasionally I'll help edit like some of their stuff.
So this, what you're doing with me, is nothing new to you.
No, I mean, well, kind of, but it's like, I guess I've always been around.
Other end.
I've been on both sides. Like, I've been on the side of the camera interviewing people before. So, do you know over like track and field and like overseas, they have like what's called the Diamond League?
Okay.
Last summer, I was overseas with the Diamond League guys, and I was the one holding the microphone, like interviewing like the runners and the athletes and stuff like that. Yeah.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
Did they get to show you in the film, or just the microphone?
I was on screen for a few of the posts that went up on Instagram for like, I think like Dublin's like sporting leagues and stuff like that. I wouldn't know where it is off the top of my head. I personally don't like being on social media as much as I like making content and stuff like that. I still like having my personal life. I still like being able to keep to myself. Like, I don't really like public.
This interview is not going to be too deep.
No, that's fine. I don't mind that my face is out there. Hi guys. I just don't like putting myself out on social media. Like, I don't have any publics and stuff. When I find people to work with, it's always through friends of friends or like contacts that I know and stuff like that. But, you know, I mean, that's just how it is. I'm an extroverted person. I like talking to people. I just don't really want to advertise.
Well, you had a really
online.
big smile on your face, and you look very friendly.
It's a beautiful day out.
It is, and I said, this guy must be at work.
Dude, enough about me though. Like, how did you get into doing all this? Because like, man, you're wearing the show the camera like the shirt that you got.
Yeah.
Look, this is the sign that he came up to me. this is the sign that he came up to me wearing.
Yeah.
It's probably
And then I have the
backwards.
same thing on my shirt, and he's kind of making fun of that right now.
Like, I was literally just watching street interviews on my phone, and I see this guy walking down the street. I'm like, what is he doing? I was born in New York, and I like grew up in New York. I think the biggest differences in the last like 10, 20, I'm only 21, so saying 20 years is a bit longer than I can remember. But I guess one of the biggest differences I've noticed in the last 10 years is people are a lot more reclusive to just like openly talk to you on the street. Maybe it's the difference between New York and Atlanta mostly, but I still kind of felt the same way when I went back to New York when I go to visit.
Maybe the times.
Yeah, I think people have just, I don't know what the word is, and I don't want it to come off like social media bad or like phone bad, internet bad kind of thing. But I mean, these, what's the word for it? Disruptive technologies, like technology that comes in that like changes the way we do things, like the Industrial Revolution and stuff like that.
So
the advent of social media. It's not necessarily for the better or for the worst thing always, but it does change how we
allow
do
yourself
how we
to be
interact
open with people.
Yeah, and I think just being interconnected with people all the time, and like the expectation that if we ever need someone's attention or if we ever need to talk to someone, they're always 2 clicks away from us, has kind of discouraged us from like wanting to interact with people that are there. Because like if you're walking down the street and you see someone over there, you're less incentivized to talk to them because you're thinking like, well, I can get on my phone later and I can get like 10 clicks and 10 likes, and that's like the same thing as that interaction with that person. Like our brain equates it to the same thing, and it's like it's not the same thing. One is where you're actually talking to someone, you're interacting with them, and most people aren't consciously thinking about that. But that's kind of how I think that it goes down for most people. It's just we're less likely to just talk to people randomly on the street. Like when people are coming up and down the street, I always try to say hi to them. Sometimes people talk. In fact, that's my favorite part of the job, when I have nothing to do and just random people come to, oh my God. Oh, I have a story for you. So yesterday, I was down at this bowling alley called the Painted Duck, and we had nobody coming in. It was completely dead. I had to be there for basically like 6 hours. 2 cars came in total the whole night. There was this homeless guy that lives by the tracks. His name is Aaron. He was such a cool guy. He came over and stuff like that. He had a JBL speaker. He was blasting Return of the Mac by Mac Morrison. And he came down and he was like, Jodie, my man, it's so good to see you. He's like, how you doing? And he comes over and he charges his phone over there because it's an outlet by the wall. He just hangs out for like an hour and stuff like that. He's like talking about random conspiracy theories and the Freemasons and Monsanto and how the world is being polluted. So according to him, Monsanto is like this company. I looked it up. It actually I
know about Monsanto. I actually had relatives that work for Monsanto.
It's crazy. They like put like patents on like certain like strands of like DNA that are like super invasive to like local crops. So what they do is they go and they say that we own this piece of genetic sequencing on like these beans and stuff like that. Then they'll go and they'll spread those bean seeds around farmers' crop fields without telling them. And those bean seeds are like dominant genes. So then later when they go and they review the crop in that field, they're like, hey, we own the rights to all of this crop without the farmers even knowing.
Wow.
So it's like, it's a really aggressive and scummy way for them to kind of corner
Monsanto,
markets.
they've disabled it. They've dismantled the Monsanto, so they're not doing that anymore.
I don't know if they're doing it anymore. I looked it up and I saw like that was some of the stuff they were doing in the past. I know like parts of them still exist in other industries. I would imagine like power like that doesn't just go away.
Well, that's true. They always end up transferring it into something
They quietly resign and then they pop up somewhere else 10 years later without anybody ever noticing. But it's like, you know, he was just like telling me about like how Monsanto was killing the planet and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, the white man took it from us, but we gonna take it back. And he's like, all right, Jodie, I'll be seeing you. And I gave him $20. He had the biggest smile on his face. He's like, my man. So he leaves, and then he comes back like 10 minutes later, and he's got this giant box full of like junk food and like sodas and stuff like that. He's like, hey Jodie, what you want to drink? And he tosses me a Sprite, and I'm like, where did you get that? And he's like, nah, don't be asking no questions. He's like, you asking questions, young blood? I'm like, no, I ain't asking questions. I'm blind in both of my eyes, and I actually just lost my hearing too.
So you're gonna play up to his role, right?
I took his Sprite.
Well,
I still have the rest of the soda he got me in my car. That was yesterday. I don't know where he got it or how he got it. He just came back like 10 minutes later. All of this presumably borrowed, like food and drink.
Well, he probably got it from the $20 you gave me the other day.
Yeah, maybe, but like it was in like a box that was like half crumpled up and stuff. It looked like he had kind of just taken it. But you know what?
You were on,
it's the
you were
thought that
onto
counts.
something that was really good, and I forgot what it was. You were onto something that was like, wow, we can go into this.
Oh, like with social media and stuff like that?
Yeah, man. You were talking about something that seemed like you were pretty onto it. It's like you had a lot of understanding of it.
I just feel like, how old, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 59.
59?
Mm-hmm.
So it might be more of a younger generation thing, but I'm noticing there's like and I'm sure every generation goes through this, but like they don't really stick around to document it super well so that they can tell the other generation, hey, this is what we were feeling at this age.
Well, we got this now.
But we got this now. So our generation is doing a super good job at documenting how they exactly feel right now in their early 20s. And I'm sure I'm still in the frame. And I'm sure that Alpha and the next guys and Beta and Gamma, Sigma, whatever the next generation are.
Yeah, but I'm 59, so what were you going to say?
What I'm saying is that I think a lot of people are just like so enveloped by social media and stuff like that, and just like having that like that I guess thought that is where you go to interact with people, and that it kind of turns them off, or at least it just kind of pushes away the idea that you can just walk up to people and interact with them in public.
Well, it used to be that way, and when I am 59, and when I was younger, it was easier to do that.
But have you noticed a difference, like in your lifetime, that like it's become a lot harder to like just like walk up and like talk to people? It's
well,
like you would know better than I would.
I actually don't have a problem with it, but I do sometimes get responses that are not very friendly. And they're a little uncomfortable. But honestly, man, I think it has a lot to do with, your energy. Like, I don't think you would actually have a problem with it.
No, I love getting a chance to talk to people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you would have a problem with even going up to someone and actually getting them to talk to you. Because I think it just depends on the person a lot, too. Even though that you said that social media is keeping people from actually interacting with one another, I think if you've got a personality like yours or mine, somebody that's affable, I think you can actually go in and probably start talking to people a little bit easier. Because
I'll grab a camera and I'll start doing the same thing too.
I do see people that have come off with some attitude sometimes, but most of the time, man,
I get it. People are guarded sometimes,
and I can understand that because I am too sometimes. Yep. So yeah, I think it does have a lot to do with the the energy today too. There's a lot of people today.
Beautiful day. I love it when it. Oh my god! Just came. It's so random, and I'm derailing the conversation.
That's okay.
But there's this techno EDM song called like "Beautiful Day." I don't remember who made it, but my dad got fired from the nightclub he worked at when I was a little kid because he put it on, and the nightclub owner was a kind of racist dude. And he comes out and he sees that the music video was like this buff black guy with like these white girls on his arm, and he's singing like, "It's a beautiful day. I love it when it feels this way." And he came out and he's like, "What is this honky trash? This is nothing. Get out right now." And he came home and he showed me that thing. It just came into my head because I'm like, it's a beautiful thing. I'm sorry, it's so stupid and it's such a... I know you're probably going to cut that line.
I'm not cutting any of this.
Oh, this is all going...
Man, look, let me tell you something. I don't think none of us have anything to lose. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just talking.
Yeah, I'm gonna be glad to have you on there because you're an example of somebody that's really free spirited and somebody that has a thought.
I'm just glad I got the chance to talk to you today, man.
And it shows, and that's what matters. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'll let you come up with anything else, and if there's anything I'm stopping you need to pause it for a minute.
No. I just isn't like the camera's getting better because they have gotten better, or like the mic's getting better, they have gotten better. It's the memory getting better because now you can just shoot so much more. It's like a monkeys with typewriters thing. If you shoot more, you're gonna get better stuff, but you got to shoot more to get that.
So
stuff.
what's the name of this? So I can
Just get like a GoPro or something.
A GoPro.
Like, if you find like a used one, they're probably only like $50 for like an 8th gen or something, or a 9th gen. 50, 60, $70.
Okay.
And you can just put like an SD card in it. It's got like a ton of storage. You're good to go.
And it has, now how would I do all my editing and stuff? Because like you said,
you take the chip out and you just plug the chip. If you're like, what are you on, like a Windows or a Mac or?
Right now it's just all done right here on this phone.
Well, what you could do is you can take a cable from the GoPro and you can plug it straight into your phone, because they use like USB-C cables. So it's like the end that you would have for like a Samsung phone.
Yeah.
And then you can plug that straight into your phone, and you should be able to view it from your phone.
Okay. Yeah.
Like GoPro has like an app, and from there I think you should edit it in the app.
Great, man. Because I need some storage.
It's a great piece of software. Yeah, you should definitely
These
buy
phones
some.
suck for doing this.
What is that? Like a?
That's a 10
or a 10?
It's a 10, and it has, like you said, hardly any storage.
Well, my phone is a piece of crap. It's still got a cracked screen and everything. But...
Well, is it what is it?
Oh, it's like a Samsung like.
Oh, Samsung.
5, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's kind of like a total piece of crap, but you know,
Yeah.
I use it to call people. I use it to watch YouTube videos. I have a computer at home for all of my like actual like work stuff, so it is what it is.
Guy, you're a ball of energy, and I appreciate this because I got a chance to see how I can respond and interact with someone who's got so much energy.
Dude, I subscribe to your channel. I can't wait to see what kind of stuff you put up in the future, man.
Great, man.
It's great to meet you.
It's great to meet you too. And what's your name again? I'm bad at
Jodie.
names. Jodie. I should, you know what?
Kylo.
That name is so easy to remember. All right, Jodie, man. I appreciate you.
All right, you'll
Thanks.
see me in your subscriber list.
Gotcha, guys.